How did you prove your parents completely wrong? I've been begging for a dog since I could form sentences. Every time I brought it up, my dad would launch into the same lecture about responsibility and how I'd lose interest after a week. I was 16, not 6, but according to him, I was incapable of taking care of a living thing, especially an animal that required actual effort. So one night, after another rejection, I snapped. I decided to become the most responsible person he'd ever seen. The next morning, I woke up at 6 a.m. I made my bed, cleaned the kitchen, took out the trash, and even set up the table like breakfast was gonna be magically made. My mom walked in while I was wiping down the counter and asked if I was feeling okay. I said I was fine, but she looked at me like I'd been replaced by a robot. She was already suspicious seeing me do that. In day 2, I had chores done before breakfast. Journal updated. My dad laughed and said, "You'll quit by Friday." I only used that as more motivation. Day 3 came around though, same for 4 and 5, and I was still taking care of about 90% of the house chores. I was washing the bathroom, which was not my job, but genuinely felt rewarding. And even doing dishes, writing the next grocery list, or even making sure nothing was ever dirty for a day. I didn't quit to even prepare. I started walking the neighbor's dog for free. Her name was Daisy, and she was a night, but I did it because I needed proof. My parents started getting concerned. My mom pulled me aside and asked if something was wrong at school. My dad just kept waiting for me to crack, but I didn't fold. By week 3, I had a full routine. Wake up, chores, walk Daisy next door, get ready, repeat. My dad would watch me from the kitchen table, clearly amused, but also slightly disturbed. One morning he said, "You know this isn't going to work, right?" I just smiled. 2 months in, I was still going. At this point, it was just a routine that required not much effort. I'd walk Daisy 60 times, done every chore imaginable, and hadn't missed a single day. My dad finally sat me down, hands folded like he was about to deliver bad news. He said, "Okay, you've made your point. I'm impressed, but we're still not getting a dog." I just stared at him. 2 months of waking up before the sun, scrubbing floors, and dealing with a dog that wasn't even mine. And his answer was still no. I stood up to leave, fully ready to accept defeat. When my mom walked in holding her phone, she turned the screen toward me. It was a photo of a puppy, a golden retriever puppy, sitting in my aunt's living room, wearing a little red collar. I looked at my mom, then at my dad, completely confused. She said, "We adopted her 3 weeks ago. We've just been waiting to see if you'd actually keep this up." My brain short-circuited. 3 weeks? They'd been hiding a whole puppy at my aunt's house while I was out here walking someone else's dog like a maniac. My dad leaned back in his chair, trying not to smile. He said, "I knew you were serious after week 2, but I wanted to see how far you'd go."